the super PAC, you really didn't have any coordination. So therefore, or in your case, communication. So therefore, you could have put something up that the campaign just didn't want to have up there, and vice versa.
That is true. You know, it's hard. We were trying to appeal to a certain group of voters, particularly in the runoff. We spent just under $3 million on television in the runoff alone. I would say that 95% of our focus and our target would have been the people who voted for Scott Angel and Jay Darden in the primary. We knew that these were people who were Republican-leaning voters, but for whatever reason had chosen not to vote for David Vitter. Our polling showed that we could get a little over half of the Jay Darden supporters and a little under half of the Scott Angel supporters. And so we really wanted to try and freeze those people in a posture that they could, again, not vote for David Vitter. And so you had the Spygate thing that happened the day before the primary. Of course, John Bell came in at 40%. Vitter came in at only 23%. The next 2 or 3 days, 4 days was dominated by news about, wow, you know, what just happened, and the whole Spygate thing. So it threw Vitter off his game. And then we launched that first ad. The campaign launched an ad where John Bell was speaking in the camera saying, over the next few weeks, David Vitter is just going to tell a bunch of lies about me. Okay, he was trying to lay that. And we put up the ad where we took the clips of Scott Angel and Jay Darden from the televised debates where they called him all kinds of awful stuff. And the whole goal of that ad was just to take those Darden and Angel voters and just hold on to them and freeze and try and hold as many. But you're absolutely correct to say that. I guess, you know, it's like when you're looking for smoke signals when they're going to pick a new pope. You know, you got white smoke and black smoke. You try right. On this super PAC thing, it's really the same thing. I mean, you're kind of looking for the signals and what lane. And we always knew that our lane was going to be an anti-Vitter lane. When the John Bell Edwards campaign came up with the ad, "Patriots over prostitutes," or vice versa, however they named the ad. Obviously, that was a very powerful television commercial, and we took that as a signal that, hey, they want somebody filling a lane on the prostitute thing. And then we came right after that and put up the ad with the old news clip of Greg Merriweather at that televised debate back in 2010, where he kept saying, "Senator, did you break the law? Did you break the law? Yes or no?" And Vitter kept saying, "I'm not answering the question." So we followed their ad with the prostitute thing, and then, crazy enough, as you know, after the Paris attacks about a week before the runoff election, Vitter, of course, tried to nationalize the election and jumped on the Syrian refugee thing that was going around the country. And through the research that we had on Vitter, we knew right away that he had missed a couple of committee hearings on Syria, and he had issued a press release once saying that he didn't think that the conditions in Syria posed a threat to the United States or our allies. And so we produced an ad in the final week of the campaign that we spent the last 3 days on TV, basically attacking David Vitter on Syria, of all things. Sure. So that's how these campaigns, because they were killing John Bell with ads about Syria, saying he and Obama were going to let all these folks in the country, in the state. And never in my wildest dreams back in April would I have thought that the last few days of the campaign we're going to be running ads talking about Syria.
Syria, yeah.